Some people say sorry when someone else bumps into them. Some people say sorry before asking a question, before sharing an opinion, before taking up any space at all. And the quietly devastating thing, they don't even notice they're doing it anymore. And I'm sorry has stopped being an apology. It's become a reflex. But it was once a choice. And before that, it was a lesson. This video is about that lesson, where it came from, what it's costing you, and how to start unlearning it. There's a version of apologizing that makes complete sense. You did something that hurt someone. You own it, you say sorry, and you mean it. That's not a problem. That's just being a decent person. But there's another version, and if you're watching this video, you probably already know which one I mean. You apologize when someone didn't hear you, and you have to repeat yourself. You apologize for having a different opinion, for crying, for needing something, for existing in a way that might possibly, somehow, inconvenience someone who hasn't even said they're inconvenienced. That's not accountability. That's something else entirely. And here's what makes it so hard to catch. In the moment, it doesn't feel like making yourself small. It feels like being considerate. It feels like keeping things smooth. If we're being really honest, it feels like staying safe. And that word, safe, that's worth paying attention to. Because why would a simple conversation feel like something you need to be safe from? Think about the environment you grew up in. Was it safe to disagree? When you expressed a need, a real one, what happened next? For a lot of people who over apologize, the honest answer is not always. Maybe pushback from you meant the whole atmosphere at home changed. Maybe asking for something was met with a sigh, or an eye roll, or a cold silence that felt louder than any argument. Maybe the people around you were hard to read, warm one moment, withdrawn the next, and keeping yourself small just felt like the safest bet. So you learned. You learned that sorry smoothed things over, that it kept the people you needed close and calm. And here's the thing, that wasn't weakness, that was you as a kid finding the smartest tool available to handle a situation you had no real control over. The problem isn't that you learned it, the problem is that you're still using it. In conversations where no one is threatening you, in relationships where nothing needs smoothing over, in rooms where you are completely safe. But your nervous system hasn't quite gotten that message yet. The tool stayed. The environment it was built for is long gone. Accountability and people pleasing can look identical from the outside. Both involve saying sorry, both acknowledge the other person. But underneath, they come from completely different places. Accountability is grounded. Something happened. You understand your part in it. You name it clearly and you mean it. People pleasing is driven by anxiety. Someone might be upset, and the apology is a way to head that off before it becomes a problem for you. One is honest, the other is protective. Here's a simple question that separates the two. Did I actually do something wrong? Or am I just uncomfortable with the idea that someone might be annoyed with me right now? That second one, apologizing just to manage someone's mood. That's not you being kind. That's the old reflex running on autopilot. And it's costing you more than you realize. Two things happen every time you apologize for something that isn't yours. The first one is external, without meaning to. You start teaching the people around you how to treat you. Every unnecessary sorry sends a small signal. It says, my needs matter a little less than your comfort. You can push here, I'll adjust. People won't even notice they're picking that up, but over time, they learn that you can be talked over, dismissed, and interrupted. Not because they're bad people, but because you've been showing them over and over. The second one is internal, and this one runs deeper. Every time you apologize for something that isn't yours, you quietly reinforce a story about yourself. That you're too much, that your needs are an inconvenience, that you are somehow always slightly in the way. You won't think those words out loud, but the habit whispers them anyway. You don't need to become someone who never apologizes. You just need to make it mean something again. Here's what to do in those 2 seconds. Step 1, feel the pull and pause. Just a tiny gap between the feeling and the word sorry. One breath. That gap is where the choice lives. Step 2, ask yourself one thing. Did I actually do something wrong? Not because someone seems uncomfortable, not because there's tension in the room. Did you actually do something wrong? If yes, say sorry, mean it. Keep it short. Just, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. If no, don't. Say, sorry. Step 3, replace it with something neutral. Instead of, sorry, could you repeat that? Just say, could you say that again? Instead of, sorry to bother you, just say, quick question. Instead of, sorry, I just think, just say, I think. The words are almost identical. What changes is the signal you're sending to the room and to yourself. The habit of over apologizing didn't come from weakness, it came from a younger version of you, one who was just trying to stay safe in a place that required it. But you're not in that place anymore. And the people worth keeping in your life, they don't need you to make yourself smaller to stay. You're allowed to take up space. Not loudly, not aggressively, just honestly. That's enough. If this landed for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it because they'll know exactly what this video is about. And if this is the kind of content that makes you think, subscribe. More of this is coming.